tax invoice completion, process 3, authorisation to proceed. Once you've actually sat down and made your recommendations with the customer and they've decided on what they're going to proceed with, you need to gain authorisation to carry out the work. And this is in this section here where it says the undersigned owner authorised representative, tenant of the premises, which the work is above is being done, hereby authorise you to perform the above recommendations and to use such labour and materials as you deem advisable. So I hereby authorise you to proceed with the above work at the upfront price of, so you must have the amount that they're to proceed with written in there. Also print their name and gain their signature. This must be done prior to starting the work. They're also agreeing to pay on completion unless they have prior authorisation for billing, and for any bills past 7 days due, they're agreeing to a 20% finance charge, and also that if legal action is required to collect the money, that they will pay reasonable solicitors' fees, and they're also agreeing that all old parts will be removed from the premises and discarded unless otherwise specified. In this second scenario, it was at the rental property that we filled out before. Now the actual owner of the property is not actually present, so he's unable to sign. So he was notified by telephone of the price and he agreed to have the work done. So at that stage you would have authorised by telephone the time and the date and his name, or alternatively you could have that he was authorised by telephone and the tenant has signed on his behalf. That would still be acceptable, but that needs to be noted on the invoice. We just look over here again, we just quickly run through the important parts. The owner, authorised representative or tenant is able to sign, and they're hereby authorising the recommendations, and that payment is due upon completion unless there's been prior authorisation. They're signing that if they're not paid within 7 days, they're agreeing to a 20% finance charge. Also to pay any reasonable solicitor's costs if legal action is needed to be taken. And they're also agreeing for all old parts to be removed from the premises and discarded. The terms and conditions are printed on the back section of the invoice that is left with the customer. The important parts that you need to be aware of are the warranty. Our warranty is for a period of 5 years on our workmanship, and for the period of the manufacturer's warranties on all parts. All warranties are voided if payment is not made, and warranties extend only to the customer and are not transferable. Just make the customer aware that there are some terms and conditions on the back. So once more, the authorisation, it's enter the amount for the work discussed and accepted by the client, have the customer sign to authorise the work to proceed before commencing. If the owner is not present, authorisation must be gained via telephone. If a representative is on site, such as a tenant, they can sign on behalf of the owner, but only if the owner has been advised of the price and accepted it, and it must be noted on the paperwork, authorised by the name of the person authorising it and the date and time via telephone. Any changes in the price due to unforeseen circumstances must be advised as soon as identified, and the amended price must be initialled. Before signing, they are authorising for work to proceed, by signing they are authorising for work to proceed, accepting payment on completion unless prior authorised billing, accepting a 20% finance charge on amounts older than 7 days, agreeing to pay reasonable solicitors' costs if legal actions are taken, agreeing to the old parts to be removed and discarded, and the terms and conditions are set out on the back of the invoice, including responsibilities of customer and seller.